What's going on, everyone? It's Mike back again, and this video is short tonight. It's short because today's been horrendous from start to finish. As an Everton fan, you woke up this morning just like I did, waiting for Danjuma to be announced, thinking, look, it's a good move. Excited a little bit about the fact that we're getting a new manager coming in, whoever that could be, and within 5 or 6 hours, you hear the news that Marcelo Bielsa thinks that Everton are too slow and doesn't necessarily think that the team as it is at the minute would be able to cope. And I agree with his statement there. I 100% agree. I don't think we would cope with his football. I think the injuries would be bad. So that was his comments. You then have Tottenham hijack the move for Danjuma, which you can't sort of... I don't know who to lay the finger on. Obviously, he's a snake. Obviously, his agent's a snake, and that's fine. You can't necessarily hold it against him because he's joining a team that's playing in Europe and, you know, all of those things. But he's not... I don't think he's going to play much. I think it's a ludicrous decision from somebody that wants to play football. So, look, it's up to him. And then, obviously, the news broke that Gordon is in advanced talks with Newcastle, and Amadou Onana also wants to leave and looking at potential offers from teams like Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham. Then a little bit of news broke that Tottenham are also potentially looking at Pickford to replace Lloris. And in terms of Farhad Moshiri, it then comes out that he's willing to sell the club for £500 million. So This is a mess. This is a mess. Everton's in a fire sale mode. It's very much as if it's almost, we're going down, accept it. I don't necessarily think investment will be massive if Farhad Moshiri is on about selling the club, because he'll want to take his income out of it potentially. I think this is a really bad day for Everton Football Club, if I'm being honest. I've had John on the phone numerous times, explaining how he's feeling, and he switches between being angry to being upset to, you know, accepting relegation to thinking the club's going to go into oblivion, etc., etc. The fact of the matter is, you know, Farhad Moshiri's put the club up for sale a week before the deadline day. So it's not going to sell probably before deadline day, I wouldn't have thought. So you're not going to get someone who's going to pump in millions and millions of pounds unless this deal's been going on in the background. You've got Everton that are financially burdened by financial fair play. You've got fire sale of deemable assets. Onana is an asset. He's probably the biggest asset in our team. Anthony Gordon's second. Gordon going to Newcastle, I've never understood the hype around Gordon, but I will always wish any Everton player the best of luck. As long as he leaves on okay terms. I think Gordon's not done much to help himself, but I wish him the best irrespective. We're in a real mess. You know, for Everton to be approaching managers like Hassan Hootle, I don't understand it. You know, that is a manager that I don't understand. I don't understand Hassan Hootle for a few reasons. He's not necessarily been in this sort of situation. He at times was a good manager for Southampton, but at times a really bad manager for Southampton. I just don't get it. Sam Allardyce, I understand, because he's a relegation, you know, sort of person that deals with this situation, albeit he couldn't get West Brom out of it last season. You've then got managers like Sean Dyche, who have been down in the Championship and in the Premier League. So, you know, if Everton did get relegated, which I think is more likely than unlikely, he would be able to potentially help get the club back up, albeit, let's be honest, it's going to be a real struggle. You've got Carlos Corberán, who I think he was the number 2 to Marcelo Bielsa at times at Leeds, and I think he'd worked with him in the past as well, who's doing a sensational job at West Bromwich Albion, a team that were 22nd in the league, I think 3 months ago, a team that is now 3 points off third, a team that possibly could get promoted. So he's done a sensational job there, so he's in the running, and I'm happy with that. There's still people calling for Moyes, and I am not against David Moyes coming back. He took over Everton, I think it was 2002, 2003, very similar situation to this, and we finished, I think it was 17th or 16th. So we are being linked with manager after manager, and then you're talking about other managers, Thomas Frank, Marcelino, I think it is. It's ridiculous, you know. So this club is absolutely pole vaulting towards the championship, like arms wide. It is going. There is no positives to being an Everton fan right now. You know, the whole thing with the stadium is meant to be a positive. It's a burden. No one's looking at that stadium with excitement. Everyone's thinking, "Oh my God." So you know, I don't know. It's been from a news perspective today. It has been a sensory overload of the shittest proportions for Everton Football Club. It smells like shit. It tastes like shit. It looks like shit, and it is shit. So whatever other sense I've missed there, sorry, but it is. They are all shit. It touches shit. So yeah, this team's in a really bad place. This club's in a really bad place. This board's in a really bad place. The only thing weirdly that seemed to be holding it all together, weirdly, was Frank Lampard, and even that was falling apart because of the results. So you know, within 24 hours of leaving, we've lost Danjuma, who we understand had talks with Lampard. We've losing Gordon, and we're potentially losing Onana, who we know wanted to work with Frank Lampard. So this club is finished by all accounts, and you know, I can sit here, I can get angry, I can get mad, or I can think, and I'm someone that I used to be that angry reaction person. I remember losing 4-1 or 5-1 at home to Atlanta, sitting in the car and blasting Koeman. You know, I remember Sam Allardyce sending Ademola Lookman out on loan, thinking he's the only player in our team that's got pace, and then we go and sign Theo Walcott for 20 million. You know, I have seen things that have made me go, this is horrendous, but nothing has made me feel like I feel today about Everton, because this isn't just a rebuild job. This is a club in crisis with a director of football in Kevin Thirlwell, who is going to have to really earn his salt today. He's going to have to really earn his bread, his bacon, his eggs, the works, because he has been put into a situation that I don't think many people would have encountered or trained for. An exodus of players, the fans against the board. I just don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand how you fix it. I don't think there is a fix. Marcelo Bielsa is asking for £1 million a month to pay his team and his coaching staff. And you know, people have said that seems expensive, £12 million. It's fine as long as you're in the Premier League. You know, managers very regularly earn £5, £6, £7 million, £8 million on their own. I think Carlo was on 11. So managers earn a lot of money. The thing with Bielsa is you could bring him into this club. There's no guarantee we stay up because we haven't got the players that fit his style. We know defensively he's poor. Like, he is poor. Leeds conceded a lot of goals. They almost went down. They possibly would have gone down under Bielsa. So, you know, I don't see the fascination with him that some people do. For me, if you was to say to me right now, who is the manager to keep Everton in the Premier League, it's Sean Dyche. And if it's not Sean Dyche, it's Sam Allardyce. And it is awful to say, but the one thing that I would feel comfortable with is I think both managers stabilise this football team. It's not pretty football. It's not great. It's not attractive. Investors won't want it. But all we need is Premier League survival and a season next season to just start again. Because time and time again, we've gone for these young, hungry managers or these experienced managers, and we're not getting the results. What we need is somebody who is your bread and butter football manager, because, you know, the best times that I've had as an Everton fan in my lifetime have been under a bread and butter football manager in David Moyes. Just give me another one of them. Give me a Sean Dyche any day of the week. Because this team, if we mess about too much, bearing in mind we're already in deep trouble. Like the deepest trouble I've ever known Everton to be in. We go down. It's that simple. So, guys, I'm leaving it there. It was a short video tonight. Spoke to John a few times. John is going to try and get on the channel tomorrow, if not Friday, but I'm hoping for some positive news because that would be really, really nice. Guys, see you soon.